We've had 2 rounds of football over the past week with Christmas squeezed in somewhere in between, and now it's time for another with 2018 fast approaching. Let's get into another Euro Fantasy League preview. Hello, I'm your host Nicholas Carroll and thanks for joining us on the channel. La Liga is on break, however the Premier League and Serie A are in full swing, so let's take a look at some of this weekend's matches. Starting in England, we take a look at Liverpool's match at home to Leicester City.
It's now been 12 goals in just 3 Premier League matches for the Reds, and Jurgen Klopp's star attacking trio continue to provide consistently healthy returns. Roberto Firmino the standout in a 5-0 thumping of Swansea with 2 goals for 10 points, Philippe Coutinho 1 goal and an assist for 8 points, and Mohamed Salah 2 assists for 6 points. If you're not already heavily invested in the trio, you have certainly been missing out. Firmino and Coutinho have both accumulated 20 points or more over their last 3 appearances, while Salah has scored for his managers in 13 consecutive matches and now sits outright as the highest Euro Fantasy League scorer. Meanwhile, Leicester have been disappointing in a winless run of 3 matches, Riyad Mahrez picking up the only returns with a goal in their 2-1 loss to Watford midweek.
Moving on, Crystal Palace will have their recent form tested when they welcome Manchester City to Selhurst Park.
Prior to Thursday's match against Arsenal, Palace remained unbeaten in 8 matches, averaging 2 goals a match in their last 4, albeit with 7 different scorers. Possibly the most consistent of late has been Luka Milivojevic, and at just $3 million provides good value if he can keep the penalty-taking duties. Meanwhile, City followed up 3 consecutive games of scoring 4 goals with a narrow 1-0 victory over Newcastle midweek. Raheem Sterling grabbed the winner, continuing his rich run of form with 4 goals and 2 assists in his last 4 appearances. David Silva missed the midweek clash, having returned to Spain once again, though is still worth holding, with the attacking midfielder predicted to return fresh for the Palace match. Leading the defence, Ederson Moraes had 3 clean sheets from 4 matches, with another 7 points taking the goalkeeper priced at just $2 million to 66 points in total.
Next up, Chelsea will be looking for back-to-back victories when they take on Stoke City. After a 2-0 win at Brighton, the Blues return to Stamford Bridge, where they've won their last 7 league matches.
Alvaro Morata scored midweek to continue his sporadic returns. Thibaut Courtois took 7 points for a 3rd consecutive week, while Marcos Alonso just can't stop scoring for Euro Fantasy managers, with 9 points against Brighton, making it 3 clean sheets and 2 goals in his last 3 matches. Though while the defender keeps delivering, Eden Hazard could only grab another 2 for the clean sheet, standing with no attacking returns for 5 appearances, returning to the disappointing fantasy form shown earlier in the season. It's been slim pickings for the Stoke squad since Xherdan Shaqiri's gone quiet with 0 in 5 appearances, while last weekend's 3-1 win over West Brom provided rare 5+ returns for Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting and Joe Allen.
Over in Serie A, a clash between Inter and Lazio will see the league's 2 leading strikers and Euro Fantasy scorers go head-to-head, with Mauro Icardi facing up to Ciro Immobile.
Since their captain's goals have somewhat dried up, the Nerazzurri have experienced a recent form slump, with just 1 goal in their last 5 competition matches, Icardi the sole scorer. While the Biancocelesti had also shown some mixed form of late, a 4-0 win over Crotone last week was followed up with a Team Cup quarter-final victory midweek, bringing back some confidence ahead of the weekend's match. Immobile returned from his suspension to grab his first goal in over a month, as well as an assist for 6 points last week, while Felipe Anderson got his season tally underway by grabbing a goal and assist of his own in just 10 minutes of playing time. A 59-minute run midweek means the Brazilian's fitness is returning after overcoming tendinopathy, and he may be one to keep an eye on. With just 1 clean sheet between the 2 teams in the last 3 rounds, an open 90 minutes may just be on the cards.
Of course, La Liga remains on break, so we stay in Italy to take a quick look at Fiorentina against AC Milan.
The Viola are showing improvement by solidifying their defence, earning 4 clean sheets in as many Serie A matches. This has meant 28 points for Marco Sportiello in goal, another keeper valued at just $2 million, while Vincent Lorini grabbed an assist to add to his 4 5-pointers in defence. Their attack has simultaneously hit somewhat of a dry patch, however, with both Cyril Theroux and Giovanni Simeone goalless in their last 3 league matches. For Milan, defence remains an issue and unworthy of fantasy investment. Instead, Suso will return from suspension as their most dangerous asset in attack, despite 5 league appearances with no attacking returns, while Giacomo Bonaventura has contributed to the Rossoneri's last 4 Serie A goals.
That's about it from me. Have a joyous and safe end to 2017 and all the best for the new year. Of course, if you're not already playing with us, what better way to start 2018 than by heading to eurofantasyleague.com and registering yourself today. Otherwise, until next time, good luck with the teams.